Hello guys, we're back and we're going to be jumping in really quick into the round of 8 where Critasaurus is going to attempt once again to take down Snipe.
Yep, going to be an interesting game to see how these two teams play out. At the moment, Critasaurus are ranked 6th, Snipe 3rd. Snipe took last week, DM, and they're looking good with their roster changes.
I mean, Kiki has been I think, pretty positive influence on the team so far. I mean, I can't say he's done any better than Wolfie has. It just might be chemistry issues.
Might be chemistry issues, and maybe it's also god pools are slightly different as well. Not to say Wolfie's god pool isn't ridiculous, it's just that Kiki plays the sort of gods that Wolfie's not a big fan of.
That's one thing that I always attribute to Kiki, is this guy doesn't give a hot damn about the meta. He will play anything in that solo lane. He's the guy that brought Arachne solo to light. I mean, he was one of the people that really brought Aphrodite to the table. I'm looking at him to be one of the people to, push that Chang'e. I know he's been playing it before. I mean, he's done very well with it. This guy has one of the biggest god pools in Smite, period.
But we'll see if Kiki can actually perform the same as he did last week. He did bring out the new war as well, which caused a bit of a stir in the scene, especially with his backdoor antics, so to speak. So, banned coming out thick and fast this week. Janus and Osiris going to be banned away from Snipe Gaming and Scylla so far, and now Fiddy is choosing for Critasaurus. What their last ban's going to be. Will they leave Kumbhakarna on the table is the question.
They cannot leave Kumbhakarna on the table. It's just not a good idea.
Yeah. Have you got a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior?
I can't.
This is the true Lord and Savior.
No, Shing.
Wow. I'm shocked. Loki. I'm shocked they chose Loki as the first pick with Kumbhakarna. Wow. This game's exciting now. NA, you wasted EU. NA new EU confirmed on stream. Geb being picked over Kumbhakarna. Loki being picked over Kumbhakarna in the support role as well. And Chalk making a surprise re-entry. He's not had the greatest win rates lately, DM.
And again, we're going to see a hover and lock onto both Artemis and Agni for Snipe Gaming. And option goes back over to Critasaurus. I mean, this is the best place that Critasaurus could be right now. They have option to ban right after their pick. I imagine Kumbhakarna is getting taken off the table.
Did they make a decision here before the game? Like, did they make a gentleman's agreement and say, look, guys, let's just not play Kumbhakarna? Is that what happened?
I have to hope so.
It must have been.
Maybe both teams are going, oh my god, he's still available right now. That's what they're saying.
I mean, now and again,
in my heart of hearts, I know that that's what they're saying.
Now and again, a god can slip from your brain for a second or two, and you forget that they exist, and you forget to ban it or something. And the enemy team picks, and you're like, oh damn, that was a mistake.
They banned Ra.
They banned Ra. Okay.
Is Kumbhakarna gonna make it through picks and bans?
Oh, that's really surprised if he does. I'm really shocked.
Well, we're going to see non-time pick for on cooldown after the ban coming out from Resist, and then Allied and Kiki are going to have the final picks here. So we do see Osiris. Janus already banned out. Last ban still waiting on Shing here. I would make the play to ban out Apollo here.
Yep, I think it's a really good call. I mean, with Artemis being picked up already, the next hunter on the table that's going to be picked up is going to be Apollo. So, there is the ban going out, and what a Critasaurus is going to do? Well, they've probably got the jungler and their hunter left to pick. Hunter's already been taken away. They're going to actually hover over Neath at the moment. It's probably one of the most seen gods after Artemis and Apollo in the hunter role, but we did see a bit of Anher played last game, and that worked out quite well. Anher seems to be slowly rising back up as well, DM.
So, Neath locked in. Final picks going over to Snipe. They're looking for a support here, and maybe a solo laner, maybe a jungler, depending on what they're going to do with the Loki.
What support to pick, DM? What support to pick? I mean, there's a few Guardians round. I mean,
all right, so there's Zhang Kui, likely going to be the solo laner here. Agni's probably going to be going mid, and there's Kumbhakarna. It's about time.
Kumbhakarna. What round of picks was that? That's
a million.
That's
1 million pick rounds.
I like Snipe. I voted for them to win last week, and they won. And then they go and just it's basically BMing me.
Nemesis.
Kumbhakarna until then. That's just a slap in the face. I'm so disgusted that they left it so late. But in Continental, you're going to be playing that again this week. Going to be nice to see Snipe Gaming. On paper, Critasaurus has got a really big AoE team composition here.
So now, Nemesis locked in. Geb's going to be available, but with the Geb pick, you have to consider that Loki doesn't look for crit damage. Loki looks for burst, so Geb's passive is not going to affect him as much, though it will affect Artemis. Artemis focuses on crit damage. That's her whole spiel, is that she does crits very fast.
Yeah, so she's going to be looking for that wherever possible. I mean, I just said that Critasaurus has a really good heavy AoE team composition, but so does Snipe when you look at it as well, with Kumbhakarna, the epic uppercut into Agni, and the farts coming out from Zhonghui. I'm going to call it the fart ghost farts. That's what I'm going to call his ultimate from now on. Ghost farts. Because that's exactly what he does, really.
But we're locked in, guys. Xing and his team have found himself a very formidable team in Artemis Kumbhakarna just by itself. I'd be very, very wary of that dual lane. Early game, Neath is not going to have that same type of push that Artemis will with those burning crits, so make sure to focus on there. We're going to be switching over to a quick break as we get the spectator client caught up. New man? What do you think?
I think we're going to see a game. That's what I think.
Stick around, guys. We'll be right back. Welcome back, everybody. We're in with our next game, and we're going to be checking in with the winners from last week, Snipe Gaming, as they go up against the boys on Critasaurus.
Yep, Snipe and Critasaurus going to be facing off for the very important spot of getting themselves through to the next round, because these points are important, Dean.
So now they're trying to make it through. Critasaurus, we haven't seen really break that bubble yet. But right now they have a 5-man grouping. It looks like Allied's going to spot this out. Incontinent and Allied are going to escape to the tower, so no early rush coming out from them. That's going to be free ward coverage coming out from Kiki. Oh, look at Kiki placing the speed ward down.
Yep, nice.
Man after his own heart. Like, whew.
Nice and quick getting that one down ahead of time. So quick look at the team. Snipe, as you know and love them, Xing in the jungle. Going to be playing Loki. Jerby in mid lane as Agni Allied on that Artemis. Kumbhakarna played by Incontinentia. And Kiki the Chunk on the Chunky Zhonghui.
So now, right out of the gate, we're not going to see too much going on. They looked for an opportunity for the kill. They didn't get it. Looking at the board here, Allied doing the Death Toll, Spike Gauntlet start, same thing coming out from Nantan. Takati going for the Tiny Trinket Vampire Shroud, same thing coming out from Jerby. Both junglers are actually opting for Bumba's Mask. Kind of strange coming out from Xing, given how aggressive Xing likes to be.
Yeah, the extra damage from Death Toll can really pay its due.
Look at this. They're going to do 3-man camp here, and now they're either going to go for their blue buff and then rush in, or they're going to go for their blue buff, and Xing's going to have that extra push coming out onto the red later on. Either way, he has great control here, and this is not going to slow them down going to lane. They're not going to take extra damage given the fact that they only have the one hand of the gods. Very smart.
Yep, so they're going to do that early. And look at that Fiddy trying to rotate around looking for the blue. Not going to find it available, so going to rotate into lane. Find Xing and Kiki already there. Good decisions from Snipe.
Yeah, look at that. I love early decoy. It sets up so much. It set them all the way back.
Left-hand side.
Oh,
Pockets
already
in
Allied gets
trouble.
super aggressive. Incon able to find some pushes there, and Incon actually winds up getting the kill.
Yeah, and Critasaurus being forced back again. But Incon with that early kill is going to help out Kumbhakarna so much, because once he gets that blink online, he's going to be available for the blink mez opportunities into the epic uppercut, and that's going to set up so much more. It's going to be big for him overall.
Xing already level 3, going to escape back into the jungle here, and given the timer, Xing's Hand of the Gods should be up in about 30 seconds from now, meaning he's going to have an opportunity to go for a small camp or even the speed buff, but it looks like they're going to start the red, and with the rotation coming out from Kiki, this does 2 major things. First, Xing doesn't have to worry about Hand of the Gods. Second, Kiki gets extra experience he normally wouldn't have. Very, very smart.
And third, Xing, because he took the Bumba's Mask, as you were saying, he's going to be able to continue to get the gold flow coming out of it than what he would have got less if he would have gone Death Toll.
It really seems like Xing and Kiki have found some pretty decent teamwork here. You know, when we saw Wolfie on the team, oh, we got a pulse coming out. When we saw Wolfie on the team, it was a lot of Xing does his thing, Wolfie does his thing. And while Kiki mechanically might be equal, while Kiki might be equal in terms of mechanical skill, it seems like both Xing and Kiki work together just a little bit more strongly.
It seems like it's coming on. The partnership's starting to grow and starting to blossom, and you can see the sort of plays that happen with new partnerships, especially in such an important lane as the jungle and solo together, because they will spend a lot of early game together in the most part, and some of the kills will come from there in the early stages as well. So we'll have to see how that one goes out. But Jerby did rotate as well over here, as you can see at the moment, with Xing, just to absorb a little bit of experience as well. So Xing quite happy to share his jungle with the rest of the team.
I love that. I mean, he's really using Bumba's Mask. The way that Fiddy is playing it looks like he's playing Death Toll.
Yep. So on paper right now, we're going to see Snipe with that 1-0 lead, and it did go to incontinential, which I just discussed. However, like I said, the one thing about playing Cumber Corner that you always have the issue with is you want to get your Midas boots online for your gold generation.
Right.
You want to get your Hog up to rank 3 for the Gold Fury, but you also want to get your Blink going as well. And it's juggling where to get what to make sure your Blink's available. Because if you can get Blink ready for level 5 when your Epic Uppercut comes online, it opens a lot of possibilities up for your team, especially in mid lane combinations with Jerby.
At the same time, if he misses the blink opportunity, that's technically wasted gold. If he goes right into Midas boots, especially considering the fact that Chris Pocket is already very far behind in gold, about 500 back, that would just allow Incontinentia to just skyrocket the gold. But guys, it looks like the pause is going to be taking a little bit longer than we had previously expected. We're going to cut to a quick waiting screen as we get everything set up, and we'll talk to you soon. Stick around. Are back as we're seeing Kiki try to push back Fusion OP, who's getting kind of shoved back in lane here. You see Kiki taking a lot of damage there. But he'll be able to heal that buck up. Still 1-0 as we get back into this game, as the first kill of the game already went down. Chris Pocket has some major work to do.
Yeah, he does. I mean, one good thing is going to come out of that in a weird sort of way is Neef's going to hit level 5 earlier, so a World Weaver will come online a little bit earlier than planned, just because Geb wasn't in lane to absorb some of that experience, which means that if they look for a counterplay with Nemesis somewhere, DM, they can use the World Weaver and get it a bit earlier than they've expected.
So now, Jerby in the mid lane going to be able to dodge a shot there. Flame Wave going to be used. It looks like he's going to get aggressive with the dash and get through that silence as well, which is going to pay dividends as you see him hitting level 5. Takati already level 5 as well. What I want to see here, I want to see Loki's and I want to see Agni's rotating to the left. I want to see them continue the shutdown of Chris Pocket, get more shots onto Nantan right here. I would avoid going to the solo lane. It's going to be hard to gank Fusion, especially on Chalk. And mid lane, you know, Takati had a long stint of overextending. I expect him to play very safe throughout this tournament.
Shin gonna come mid lane, find his level 5, so that's gonna be online now with the assassinate up as well. Nemesis was already in there. Shin well aware of that. Right hand side though, once again, just gonna see Kiki farming away against Chuck. Nothing to be unexpected as the mid camps come up. This could be our first contention of the game, DM.
Biddy and Takati rotating, maybe trying to find an opportunity. They're going to turn right onto Tak. This could be trouble. He's going to get stunned out inside the circle of protection. The heal's going to go off, do some damage. Shot onto Shing there. Just go down, but I don't see him getting out of it.
Here.
He got carded. I thought he was able to dodge it. Great positioning right there from Fiddy. It just wasn't enough. Good rotation from Kiki. That's going to be 2 more for Snipe, and only at the cost of Shing, who is always willing to trade.
Yeah, and Incontinentia even managed to get over there to pick up an assist as well. Didn't really get involved in the fight, but got the assist, so that's going to give him a little bit of extra gold. And the camps as well, so really good play in mid lane. Once again, Geb could be in trouble here. Groggy Strike going to connect. Nice damage coming out from Jerby over the top. Is he going to be able to find anything else? Cataclysm's coming out from Chris Pocket there. Just going to defend himself for the most part.
Jerby taking some serious numbers right there as he's going to be forced back. A lot of damage taken just from those archers. And now he's going to be going back to the base, but Incon is there. One thing, and I'm sure you noticed this, Hindu man, did you notice he shielded himself before the Groggy Strike hit to reduce the damage? I think he should have shielded himself after the Groggy Strike to remove the CC and just walk away from that scot-free.
That's right. Well, Alad might get caught out of position. Here's the rotation and good silence, good Spirit Ball, and there's a nice knock-up. World Weaver connects as well. Alad's going to drop here. Can he escape? He's got various amounts of HP. Good auto attacks from Takati. Passive kicked in there as well, so Takati picks up a kill for himself. Good rotation, good response.
Yeah, that was very smart. It's definitely something they needed. Just a free kill, no trade there. It wasn't Shing picking up 2 people for it. They just rotated and found and shut down Allied. But Allied did get his dev gloves online, so when he gets back, they'll be able to start farming. Jerby taking some damage here. Flame Wave, good bomb. Actually, no. Both bombs will be dodged. Takati in rare form today.
Takati did some good work there overall. Dodged a lot of the attacks from Jerby and out-traded him overall. Right inside, might see a fight coming out as Loki breaks in with Fusion. Getting in trouble, but look at this. Nemesis rotating in, and now Kiki's in trouble.
Kiki's trying to get some damage done. You see the ult coming out there, doing a lot. Fusion coming back. He's carded. Shing going deep. Aim strike. Vanish dot. But Shing gets turned on 1 for 1.
Big 1-for-1 trade as Takati rotates in with Jerby. Not going to find any more, but that was a good 1-for-1 in the terms for Critasaurus, considering the situation they find themselves in. I think it was good.
Shing was only level 7. Fusion level 8 didn't already have a death there. Shing already had a death. He's worth less gold, has a faster respawn timer, not to mention inherently he's going to just get back faster thanks to Vanish.
Mid lane gang did come out from Chris Pocket. Not going to find it though, as the silence didn't connect with the Spirit Ball. So at the moment, it's still 4v3 in terms for Snipe. Golden experience though, both in their favor, but Incontinentia rotating mid lane once again.
Again with this groggy strike. He just loves this move. He's just always swinging it out. But you should note, level 1 does almost no damage whatsoever.
No, he doesn't. He's just there to be able to provide zoning potential more than anything else. He does do the root as well if it connects, but it's zoning potential because you know it's coming. You want to back away and not get caught by it. Oh,
Allied
wow.
just outboxing Nanton front to back and then stepped right on a weave.
Gotta be careful though, because Fiddy coming in, ball popped immediately, and that's used, and Incontinentia already over there to provide the extra cover needed. But you can see Tusky was enough. Mid camp's about to spawn again.
Yeah, that's right. We're going to see a rotation. You see Shing in the mid lane as Jerby's working his way back. Takati here working his way back. His pocket is there, ready to control. Left side, it looks like the camp's about to spawn. Right side, camp's already up. As we have a major grouping here from Critasaurus. It looks like they're going to turn their sights to the camp that they just passed over.
Yep, left-hand side going to go over to Snipe, right-hand side to Critasaurus, so all even in the experience mark on the mid lane. However, experience on the boards right now is 1,400 in favor of Snipe, gold just over 1,300 as well, so Snipe in a good position right now. There's the groggy strike once more.
So now, right side, Fusion does have a death to his name. Kiki so far is 2-0 at top farm in the game right now on Zhonghui, level 10 as well. Fusion keeping up in that regard. Overall, though, you see the experience difference slightly in favor of Snipe at about 1,300. Gold difference is mirrored as well at 1,300 as well.
Yeah, Kiki the chunk top on experience and gold for his team right now. And I know Zhonghui as well, that's going to increase his damage when those recall demons start landing out in these team fights, if they actually get to that stage right now. Shing only level 9, but doing quite well in terms of gold and way ahead of Fiddy right now.
So in the front here, Jerby almost killing Takati. You see him forced back, trying to get some, just any kind of creep damage to ensure he gets the experience. Fiddy's going to rotate, but look at this. On the left, Chris Pocket once again has been slowed, but Allied is focused on the creeps, and Incon is just up way too far.
Yeah, good decision from Chris Pocket, though, to make sure he got out of the mez to be able to shield immediately onto Neef. And that's the big thing. Mid lane, though, we might see some pressure again onto Nemesis, as Jerby just manages to rotate around a little bit too late to find Fiddy in uncompromising position. As right side once again, Kiki trading away with Chuck.
It looks like Jerby's going to rotate to the bottom here, and Shing's going to again share some experience. This is not a Shing that I'm used to. Shing sharing. Usually Shing's form of sharing is Shing's taking. But he's actually giving away some experience and gold, using that Bumba's mask effectively. And maybe, you know, we're talking a lot about the solo lane. We're seeing a lot of growth in Shing as a player. And he's really come to trust his team more, and he's going to have to trust him a lot here as the rotation comes through. There goes the silence, but too much damage is going to force Shing out once again as Nemesis comes in and just lays waste.
But Kiki's staying in there with the recall demons. He's looking to fight back and forcing them both out, and Fiddy's solo. One attack will be enough. He's going to escape for now. As we can see immediately, Takati rotating in to cover the exit strats, but Kiki's looking strong right now, and that's experiencing gold, paying dividends for him there.
You know what's got to hurt is Kiki saying to himself, if I let that dot tick one more time.
One more time.
One more time. It would have slowed Fiddy a little bit longer, allowed him to get that extra damage off, and even if that wouldn't have killed him, that extra part of the slow would have been available for that auto attack at the end, which would have killed him. Either way, he would have guaranteed it. But check out, Jerby's going to find himself in a real bad spot.
He is. Shing's there, though, trying to help out, but Jerby's already used his sprint away, and he's not going to be able to get away. Fusion picks up that kill, and that was just overextending, looking for the speed buff, but the respawns are too quick. They didn't actually die, they just recalled to base, got there back quick enough. Not going to find anything out. 4 for 4.
This is just control right now. Critasaurus has had a very good push. I mean, they're still down, they're still losing, but they're losing in a much shorter fashion. I mean, they're not, it hasn't spiked as much. They're controlling a little bit better. Their team fights have been stronger. That rotation right there was great. We need to see more of that, or the veteran teamwork from Snipe is just going to start taking control. Again, I want to see more rotations coming out from left, but this time from Critasaurus. Focus on Allied. He's again. He's using the board defensively almost every single time, and they have the opportunity to take him down.
Definitely. So we'll keep an eye on that. In contention, rotating mid to defend as Jerby takes away a bit of the experience on the left-hand side. Red camp been started by Shing at the moment. Going to be giving that one over to Jerby more than likely. Gold Fury still not contested just yet, DM, but no real opportunity for them to do so as it stands.
So now we're 4 to 4. 1,000 gold between 1,000 experience.
Middle lane. Incontinentia finds it. Doesn't manage to get anything out of it though.
I mean, this has been Takati. He's been on like the point of death all game. I mean, he's always getting pushed back, but he's still staying relevant in farm. 1-1-2 right now is going to put him at 5,300. You look at Jerb, 5,500 at 1-1-1. There's really not that big of a disparity.
Wow, Incontinention's gone for the Shoes of Focus on Kumbhakarna. Decided to go away from the My Disputes for the gold generation, gone for the extra cooldown reduction. And when you fought against a Kumbhakarna DM, as I know you have, you'll realize that Kumbhakarna's cooldowns are already low enough, but now it's going to be even worse.
Yeah, I mean, look at that Mesmerize. Going to stop them dead for a few seconds there. As Nanton takes some damage, Chris Pocket trying to find control. Allied will go back to the base, and now Warrior Tabby completely online. Artemis is starting to get to that point where he's getting very big.
Kiki's in trouble. Will Weaver's going to connect. He's going to probably get himself caught out massively in the end. Fiddy with the slows helps secure that kill with Nemesis, and it goes over to Fusion once again. Fusion 3-1-0 now.
That was a big swing. I mean, that's going to even the score here. You're taking a look wave to wave as Fusion cleans this one up. He's going to get very close to 6,300. Him and Kiki are only a few hundred gold apart, but Kiki's going to lose a wave here. Shing rotates in, doesn't find it. I'm surprised, really, that we didn't see an ultimate there.
Yeah, me too. I expected him to use that one, especially because it was available as well, just to make sure he couldn't recall. And with Jerby there, would have been a guaranteed kill, more than likely.
Ansile online, though, this is an item that we've been talking about. Now, this item is, I don't want to say broken, but
wrong,
kind of broken.
Kumbhakarna.
It replaces Shield of Regrowth, or Shield, you know, whichever shield you want to talk about. It replaces Hydra's Lament. It replaces where you would build Bulwark or Stone of Gaia. It has protection on it. It has 50 damage on it at max stacks. On top of it will max out your CDR if you go into Jotuns as well, instead of having to go into Ninja Tabby, or, you know, which reduces your penetration, or go into Hydras, which, unless you have a major damage build, doesn't really affect your damage all that much. This is a really major item, especially in the solo lane, especially against someone going up against a character like Zhang Kui.
Especially against teams that are running 2 mages as well. That's the big key. Mage middle lane, mage solo lane is going to pay dividends in those team fights, especially when you're the tanky front line like Chalk is. Left hand side, we've got a fight going on as Kumbhakarna uses that pick up a cut. We have a fight in the jungle as well, but it looks like Artemis is going to drop down to Neef there as Incontinention is too late, and now the fight continues to break out as Jerby uses beads to try and get away. The rollout's going to connect, and Kumbhakarna trying his own with Groggy.
Oh, Jerby getting a stun off there, but Takati in the back with the shot is going to do it. Incontinentia gets a little bit too late there. Now, we're looking at Shing here. He's gone into Loki looking for just so much damage. That's a point. I mean, you take a look at his build. The Heartseeker just came online. He has Warrior Tabby. He's looking for kills, but he hasn't been able to find anything. His team is down by 2. He himself is down by 1, though he does have 3 assists, and now the gold difference has been normalized. The experience difference has been normalized, both within about 100, and it's going to be very hard for Snipe to continue this rush, especially after that push. They get a kill onto Incon, Gold Fury goes down. I mean, Critasaurus is really coming out to play today.
They really are, but they need to, DM, because this is the last 3 weeks of qualifiers, and they need to make this push. They need to try and get themselves a final, because the likes of the other teams are really starting to nip and bite for these 4th and 3rd place positions. We're pretty much sure 1st and 2nd are going to go to Dignitas and Cognitive, but the other 2 still up for grabs, and Critasaurus trying to show Snipe that they really want that spot.
That's right. You know, well, look at this, though. They have complete map control right now. You look at the wards around the map, they're everywhere. They just took the speed buff on the ground right there on the top. He's getting farmed. Shing is just looking for opportunities to farm. He's going to run up here and see the speed buff on the ground, and his heart's going to be broken.
Broken indeed for the time being.
Shing doesn't see it. Oh, no. He warded it. He warded it. He saw that the speed buff icon was still there. He thought to himself they didn't do it yet, but Fiddy actually left it on the ground for a little while to get the most use out of it. Goes to the small camp and picks it back up afterwards. Shing might be able to get the blue here. It looks like he will be able to. Left-hand
side, Allied is in trouble again. Has to use the ball. The Cataclysm is wasted because of the ball usage. But on this side right now, Allied is losing the trades against Nonton straight 1v1. We saw that fight break out earlier. Takati rotating over again. Got to look for Allied. Knowing the ball is down, the opportunity is there. Jerby, though, going to continue to pressure mid to force him back.
This is a brand new Takati that we're seeing, by the way, Hindu. I think this is the first time in probably Takati's career that you could say he has been an unbelievable force. But right as I say that, he's in trouble. World Weaver coming out, though. Has an opportunity, and the turn's going to take him down. Jerby's going to go back to the base for about 40 seconds as Takati's going to retreat, maybe spend some of that hard-earned gold.
Big shout out to the World Weaver from Nonton coming out there, but Takati being aware of it used the Aegis, and it was just long enough to force Jerby to die, commit suicide by staying around too long looking for the kill. 9-5 right now, a Critasaurus. Golden experience, both in their favor, just over 1,500 apiece. Things are looking good.
Now, we're looking at Critasaurus. 9-5. They're up by 1,700 gold, 1,700 experience. What does Snipe do to try to bring themselves back into this game?
Oh, left-hand side, this could be what they're looking for, because Nonton's in trouble. Backflip already used now. Shing drops the decoy, going to look for the kill. Are they going to find it? No, they're not, because the route was big enough from Nonton. Nonton's having a great game on this AD carry. Honestly, he's causing a lot of issues for Snipe right now.
I mean, aside from that early kill that Chris Pocket was the victim of, I'd say everything has been going well for Critasaurus in this mid-game. 16 minutes into the game right now. They just have complete control. Again, look at the map. Look at the ward coverage. And those are sentries.
I think we need to see Incontinentia get more involved in these fights. He's not being aggressive enough, especially on Cumber Corner, and now Fiddy going aggressive onto Allied again. The board has been popped, but Incontinentia's getting very, very low, and the knock-up is big, but the board does stop Takati getting involved again. Jerby's going to rotate round, Incontinentia has to blink away defensively, and the aggression subsides.
We're seeing Chris Pocket move back over. Now, he doesn't even need to keep major wards right here. Gold Fury's still not up for a while. I mean, they have control. Mid-camp reset. Shing, Waste, Vanish, and that one's going to go the way of Critasaurus.
Yeah, more than like Spirit Board doesn't connect, though. Fiddy going to rotate round, find Shing in his face. The trade between the two. Shing's going to come out the worse for wear, as Jerby has to be careful. He gets hit by the rollout, and immediately is in a world of pain. Beads has to be used there. Spirit Board connects. Circle of Protection comes out. Doesn't connect, though.
Yeah, not enough. Incon's going to go in deep here, looking for an opportunity, but look at the Geb shield adding about 25, maybe even 30% to Fiddy's health bar total, as Nonton over in the left lane is having no trouble keeping Allied locked down, who is almost out of mono once again.
Yeah, Chris Pocket is ahead of Incontinentia in experience, and Chris Pocket died at the start of the game. Not just gold, experience.
Well, I mean, look at the 800 gold in the lead as well. Yeah. I mean, we're seeing Incon. He went into these shoes of focus, but we're not seeing them be used. We're not seeing the cooldown rushes from Incon. We're not seeing those constant Kumbhakarna messes and multiple uses of his uppercut. We're just seeing him kind of back off here. And now Chris Pocket, with that extra gold, has sovereignty online.
Oh, right-hand side, though, we see Fiddy going aggressive onto Kiki, but Kiki is level 17, going to take a bit of a chunk. The ultimate comes out from Fiddy, and immediately Kiki's just going to retreat back to the tower. Shield is popped. Fiddy's going deep.
He needs to. I mean, shutting down Kiki is paramount right now, and once again, the ult has been used. He's heading back to the base, still level 17. This is more pressure coming out from Critasaurus, and they got to keep it going.
Yeah, they do. Gold Fury's going to come online again soon, so keep an eye on Critasaurus. Already starting to ward that one up there. You can see Chris Pocket just drop the sentry ward there just to make sure vision is limited, although a wall comes straight over the wall in response from Shing and Allied. So Snipe well aware it's coming up soon as well. It does come online now. Shing going to rotate mid. Will he find Takati?
I mean, he is looking for... No, he's not going to be able to find it. Takati, and not to mention, is level 17 right now. I think if Shing gets aggressive, despite the fact that he does have a lot of damage to him, if he gets aggressive on someone like Isis, he's going to get blown up.
So once again, right-hand side tower, though, is slowly dropping down in favor of Snipe. Critasaurus' first tier tower on the right side is on last legs right now. But hopefully we'll see Incontinentia start to try and make some plays right now, DM, because I feel like he's not really got himself going in this game.
So, Hindu, Critasaurus has been playing well. We've seen Snipe turn around some of the most amazing games, in history. I would say the most amazing game would go to Kog against Snipe. But other than that, Snipe's turnaround potential has always been huge. They're always considered the underdogs going into tournaments. But with their win last week, that Critasaurus coming into this one are definitely the underdogs. Fan favorite going against Snipe. Sure. They have been incredible over the last few weeks, but they're having a lot of trouble here. And, I had the displeasure of facing Critasaurus in a 5v5 tournament a couple weeks ago, and they almost lost to the team before them, and then when we played them, they were just like men on fire. Well, I think it was the first time... Oh, no, I don't see that happening.
I thought the blink
Chris Pocket's good to just focus out, try to get this mid-camp controlled. Now, we do see the Gold Fury is up here. Incon's going to rotate in, but it's too little too late once again.
Yeah, for the time being, left-hand camp's going to go in favor of Critasaurus once again. But I mean, this is the thing about teams that win tournaments as well, DM, is sometimes they can underestimate some of the other opposition because they think they're a bit weaker, you know? And you can play down, yeah, I agree. And mid lane in contention going aggressive now, forcing the beads on Tokedy, and that's what we're talking about with the Shoes of Focus. In contention needs to do that more often. Keep looking to abuse that. He's got the blink, he's got greater blink as well now. So his cooldown is very, very low, allowing him to do it a lot more often. Shing, left-hand side!
Dang, you know, Chris Pocket trying to separate here. They're going to go up. Is he going to have it? Oh,
good
my
route.
God. Nantan the God!
He's on fire right now. Nantan's been underestimated in this game so much. He's giving Allied a lot of trouble, and you can already see Fiddy was trying to rotate around the back, looking for a pickup. Not going to find it, though, but he's going to force Shing back to base. Is this an opportunity for Gold Fury? I'm not sure, because Chris Pocket is very, very low.
Did you hear Fiddy's inner monologue right there? Where he walks in and sees the bomb, just go, okay, Jeremy, and he just runs away.
Fine, I'm just going to take mid-camps instead. So mid-camp's going to go over to Critasaurus once again. That's going to make the experience just over 3,000 now in favor of Critasaurus. Gold is 2.7k. And it's starting to become a bigger and bigger gap. Mid lane, once again in contention, Blinksing finds the yawn. Nice combo onto Fiddy, but not a lot of damage because the shield comes up.
Now, Incon really doesn't have the same pressure at this point in the game that Geb does. I really think that Groggy Strike is healing the people that it hits at this point.
Right-hand side, we can see there's a lot of trouble onto Shings and looking for aggression, but World Weaver comes out again. Nanton's just on form. He knows what's going on. His map awareness is key right now.
This has to be the best I have ever seen Nanton play.
He's coming out of the blocks firing on all cylinders right now. And you know his confidence is high because he's not even got sprint at tier 2 yet.
Oh, wait. He's not gonna right side. Hindu, they're going in deep here.
The juke back!
Big juke. Oh, my God. I don't know how he's going to get out of this one.
Run, fools.
He just procced into level 20. He's going to kill himself to the tower.
Suicidal death is the way to go as Fusion just continues to run away. Dies to the tower, denies gold, but meanwhile, Gold Fury in Continention's in trouble. The damage is really getting a pull back. Cataclysm! The pull back onto the Gold Fury, and that's going to drop. Our Critasaurus going to be able to pick it up. Yes, they are, and Geb zones out nicely. Kumba gets back up now, and Jerby drops.
Oh, man, Incon looking to just try to get out of this one. Groggy Strike going to be thrown right into a blink. Another kill for Critasaurus is going to find Jerby. Remember, Fusion didn't actually give up a kill there. They also find the Gold Fury. 3,800, almost 900 gold ahead. Experience difference, 3,400 as well. I can't even believe that Critasaurus is playing this well.
Critasaurus used the opportunity of knowing Fusion had 2 members on him to go for the Gold Fury. It was a great call for them overall. I mean, they even managed to pop Incontinential's passive, which is one of those things that can force a lot of baits. Mid-camp on the left going to come up again, though. Snipe might be able to take this one with Shing. However, this game is starting to really go in Critasaurus' favor in every single stretch of the imagination now.
You know, the 6 teams right now in North America, with how well Critasaurus has been playing, are now vying for this spots. Cognitive Red, if they're watching this match right now, have got to be nervous that not only 5 Angry Men have been playing so well, but now Critasaurus' name is on the table in full right now. Now, this is trouble. I mean, just for the whole 4th seed for North America.
Yeah.
Because Critasaurus up until this point haven't really been showing their stripes. If they can get through Snipe today, that's going to make a lot of people very nervous.
It is. I mean, what it's going to mean is going to be 4 teams vying for 2 positions, DM. And there's 2 positions going to be left if Team Dignitas and Cognitive take those top 2. It means that Snipe, Cognitive Red, 5 Angry Men, and Critasaurus are going to be all contending for it. But first of all, Critasaurus have to make a stand today, and they're trying to do so, but Chris Pocket could get caught out here.
I mean, they're going to look for it. Ally just doesn't have the damage. Remember, guys, Geb is the perfect counter pick against Artemis. He reduces crit damage. That's what he does. Now, up into the air, we're going to see Isis go. Groggy Strike and trap inside, but he's going to be able to heal himself. No, goes straight down on Shing's rotation, and he's going
Shing goes straight in, looking for Nanton. Nanton backflips away. Can he continue to survive? Well, he's trying to, but he's not going to find it. Shing has come out to play. Now he's going to look for the triple. Will he be able to find it? His Allied continues to hit him in the back. Will Shing find the triple? Nope, Jerby will. And that was a good comeback from Snipe. Will they get the tower out?
Oh, look at this. They're backing. They said, we don't need the tier 1. Go back, heal up, spend gold. Fire Giant.
Well, this is the big call for them. I mean, respawns are 30 seconds, so it's going to be a while before we can see Geb back online. Fiddy and Chark have to be wary of this one, of what's about to happen. They should have an idea this is about to go on, DM, because they would have pushed left, you know? They would have pushed left. They just recalled it in front of the tower. They know Fire Giant should be contested right now.
Fusion's rotating. He's actually going through the mid lane, which I don't love. You need to give
got a
this
ward.
experience up, homeboy. It is not time for that.
What's
All
Fiddy
5
doing?
members are in there, and they have Artemis. I mean, Artemis blows
do.
things up probably faster than anything, any
Uh-oh.
character in the game. I think it's already done. It's already done. Fusion's getting turned on.
Yeah, he's going to get turned on, throws the axe over the wall, immediate disengage, but that fire giant has swung things again back into Snipe's favor. And DM, you said this at the start when Critasaurus started taking the lead. Snipe had been in some terrible, terrible positions before and found their way back into it. And once again, looks like they have here.
I think we all kind of underestimated what Xing was going to be able to do once he fully came online. He's level 20. He has a ton of damage available to him, and now he's going back to the base again. It looks like that Titan's Bane's going to be finished off. Jotuns is online. Heartseeker online and full up. Warrior Tabby ready to go as well. He still has 500 gold to his name. Sprints available. He's going full rushdown.
I mean, even with, even as Geb, you're going to be scared. Well, now that Titan's Bane's finished, you're going to be scared. If Xing comes after you, you're going to disappear in seconds. Whole team starting to group on mid lane. Xing going to farm out the left-hand side, though, and put some split push pressure on as the rest of the team group mid, looking for this first tier tower in the middle lane.
So they're going to rush down here. Look at Xing on the left side, forcing out a split push, puts a ward down to ensure he has that opportunity, as they're going to try to force 5 people here against the 4 guys of Snipe with Fire Giant, rocking that belt, and no trouble whatsoever. Actually, Xing, what is Xing doing?
He's floating around. He's floating. That's what he's doing.
He's going to proxy. Very cute.
Going to proxy at the same time is be in a position to get round the back of the enemy team if he needs to by staying away from them. If he gets spotted out, they're going to try and focus him down if he turns up to the team fight at the start, DM. So waiting around to turn up, to clean up, that's going to be what he's going to be looking to do. He's taken the tower down, going to continue the split push.
And yeah, look at this. They forced out Fusion, probably the most important person on the team right now. This should be an all-out rush. They have Kumbhakarna's mesmerized. They can take off the Magi's, force out Chris Pocket. This could be a huge play, and there it goes.
Blink goes in, but the silence was amazing from Tokeny, which forces the disengage. Tower does go down, but Xing's doing work to Fusion on the backside. Fusion gets dropped low from that, and that's the Titan's Bane. Titan's Bane and Loki. That was a chuck.
He did that to Chuck. Well, we're going to see Gold Fury respawning here as they go for the blue buff. Nothing taken here. No problem. Actually, Gold Fury is going to be ignored. They're going to go for the tier 2. It looks like we have a major grouping here. Once again, looking at the board, still all 5 ultimates available for Snipe, whereas Cataclysm, a major
Xing
is down. Xing's dead.
Xing made a mistake there, rushed into the tower, went down immediately. The silence was big coming out from Fusion. The ball's going to disengage for now, but Xing with a bit of a misplay there.
Yeah, this is why so many players favor beads in the stead of sprint. Sure, sprint can earn you the kills, but right there, he got hit by multiple stuns, he got hit by a silence, and there was just nowhere for him to go.
So now with Xing being dead, this is an opportunity for Critasaurus to pick up this gold here. They need to be careful though, because it's still a Fire Giant team on the side of Snipe.
That's right, and they have Agni. I mean, a character that just loves fighting for objectives. Raining bombs, especially with the Obsidian Shard and the Bancrofts online, this is not a fight I would force.
So at the moment, by doing this and just starting and standing around the Gold Fury and doing a bit of a standoff, what it's forcing is the Fire Giant to be wasted here, DM. So they're keeping the towers alive as well. But they need to make sure they don't lose the Gold Fury at this for the fight, because that blink will be off cooldown very soon for Incontinentia. There it is. The Young goes in, uppercut onto Geb, onto him to take him out of the fight. Lots of damage coming out, and now we can see Geb re-engaging.
Nantan is just unbelievable as he finds the 2-person root right there.
God.
They're turning their sight. Kiki is so low. Fiddy's going to be able to find that one. Incon and Jerby are going to be forced out as well as Nantan continues the pressure. Gold Fury at this point should be free as Xing's not even willing to contest.
So Nantan actually does great work for his team there, and Contention's looking to try and steal. He's got to be careful about giving up. They're backing off because they don't have Geb with them. Xing going aggressive, gets a lot of damage off the silence. He's going to help for the time being, but how long can Fiddy live? He can live long enough as the York comes out from Incontinentia. Jerby secures that kill now, and now Nantan's going to look for the cleanup onto Jerby. No beads on Jerby available.
Nantan, the god, forces out once again as Fusion rotates in, but you gotta give it to Fusion there with the complete pressure onto Xing. Fiddy gave himself enough time with that Retribution to stay alive, healed himself a little bit. He does go down, but baiting out the Xing kill is going to be huge. That is a huge part of their damage.
The Nantan antivirus is causing issues for the likes of Snipe today, DM.
This has just been an incredible game for Critasaurus. This is far and away the best I've seen them play. They're up 5 kills right now. Fire Giant buff is down, getting ready for the respawn. They have 4 people up right now. We only see 3 onto Snipe, which means map control, for all intents and purposes, should right now go to Critasaurus, but they're not paying attention to their timers. They're not rotating fast enough, and that Fire Giant's going to respawn shortly as it starts to blink.
Yeah, and with Shing going down twice in a row as well, those Heartseeker stacks are going to drop DM. So he's going to have to refarm them back up his Shing right now. So what we're going to have to do right now is just sit back and let him farm them up a little bit again before we see a re-engage. And like you said, Fire Giants come back online. So keep an eye on that one, because if Critasaurus can take that away, it could swing once again back in Critasaurus' favor.
So looks like they're going to be cleaning up some sentries there. Chris Pocket gains map control for Critasaurus once again. Fiddy taking the top side speed buff as we're going to get a pause coming out from Jerby. All right, so we have about a minute before we get back into the game here. Let's talk about this, what could be the final engagement here, right? If one team wipes the other team here completely with only losing 2 or less, I think that's going to wind up being it. Now, we're looking at Shing here. Hydra's online, which means full CDR with Jotun's Wrath. Massive damage with Heartseeker, but he's died 2 times rapid fire, so those stacks are going to be completely crippled. I mean, we're looking at Kiki at this point for damage.
Yeah, Kiki's going to have to get... I don't feel like Kiki's got involved enough in this game. I mean, he's been involved in 3 of the kills, and the ones that he's been involved in, he has got the kill for. However, he just doesn't feel to have like hit his stride this game on that Zhang Kui. On the other side, though, Nonton seems very underrated. He'll be underrated right now by Snipe. The reason being, he's only 3, 2, and 7, which means he's not getting those kills, so he doesn't look as bad on the scoreboards, DM. But if they can focus him and take him out, that's going to be a lot of the damage coming out of Critasaurus.
You know, Allied as well, I think we're overlooking, has put up actually the top player damage at almost 22k. Next highest, we're looking at Nonton at 19,000, but Nonton has been able to convert just a little bit harder, 327, using those World Weavers, those double roots. You know, he's really hitting those weaves perfectly. And you almost think to yourself, who's Apollo? But I'm not thinking who's Rama, because,
I can't. Don't talk negative about Rama. You don't like Hindus, do you? Say it. Say it. You just don't like Hindus.
I can't believe he's putting me in this situation.
Yeah, I'm covering my bases. Your own fault. Picking on the Hindu gods. Just because they're strong.
2,900. We have 2,900 gold, 1,900 experience. Critasaurus, I mean, the difference at 30 minutes isn't huge. You know, you look at the board, the levels are even. We have 17 on Incon, 17 on Pocket. There's a small amount of gold variances between the players, but honestly, going into this, we have effectively an even game. It's going to come down to who gets the better CC.
The one thing I want to talk about is if you look at the graphs of the golden experience difference, you can see how the game's gone so far.
Yeah.
Just in terms of experience, it started off in Snipe's favor. It went off to Critasaurus. Then it went back to Snipe. Now it's back to Critasaurus, and the Fire Giant online. We're back in the game. And like you said, this next fight could be the difference between winning or losing, going home or getting yourself into a position to take 4th spot.
So look at the inventory right now. Check out the sentries. There's 2 left right now on Critasaurus. There's 3. Oh, look at the push. They're going to find one hit right there. It's not going to be enough. They should be rushing in. Takity's low. Spirit Ball was down, but it's going to be back up by the time they fight here. All the while, Shing just kind of in the mid lane.
He has to farm. His Heartseeker stacks are needed to get himself back online again, so he's looking to do that. And this is why Critasaurus are trying to go aggressive, because they know Shing isn't fully online just yet. He will do a lot of damage. However, once that Heartseeker's fully stacked once again, he can be more of an issue. So keep an eye on Shing, because when he shows himself, you'll see aggression coming out of Critasaurus time and time again.
So they're going to be rushing in once again. 2-man
Oh! Kiki's in trouble!
Big. Allied's getting turned on. The Boar's out. Fusion in the back line, chasing down the carries, but a 3-man mess is going to turn that around. Fusion, or rather Incon's getting very low. Shing finally joins the fight, turns to Nonton, but Chris Pocket's able to heal him up. Shing is found himself in a bad spot. Oh my god.
Oh, has he
Shing
not?
is incredible.
Shing does find a double kill, and now Allied's going to look to turn it around. It's a 3v2 on this side of the map. The blink over the ball from Contention to help out. Good mess coming out. Fiddy's in trouble as the crits hit. Fusion now on the front line, but he's against Allied. There's a good trap behind, but the shield saves the day from Chris Pockets. But now the slow hits as well. Good knockback. Can Allied find it as Fiddy goes in, looking for Incon?
That was not a good play by Fiddy, forcing out the sleepy bait. He's going to be up in a few seconds. Chris Pocket needs to get out of there. Rollout should be up in a second. I don't think he's going to have too much trouble jumping away from this Artemis.
Fiddy did not realize the passive was up from Kumbhakana. Overlooked skill on him, and if he's got it available, it's going to cause some issues. If they would have found that, though, DM, if Fiddy was correct in knowing that the passive was down, that would mean the Critasaurus potentially had a free Fire Giant.
And, like, Shing right there was perfect. Honestly, that's what Loki is supposed to do. Get a kill and get out. Get a kill and die for it. Except He got 2 kills.
This is going to be close. Oh, Combo's going to get there first.
Don't see. No, Snipe gets that. Fusion is going to be in some trouble here.
Yeah, he is now. The shield is on him, though, so going to reduce the CC. Going to be fine. Mez comes off. Fire Giant goes to Snipe, though, so once again, it's Snipe's game.
Ding was about 2 seconds off from respawning and getting that Fire Giant, but I don't think they're too worried as 4 members of the team were able to pick up the belt. This is going to be really big for them. They have to group up. They have to push. There's 2 tier 2s on the map right now. 3 Phoenixes available. 33 minutes deep, though. As time goes on and people earn more and more gold, it's going to be harder for them to, separate the distance. Unless they increase their gold lead massively, the Fire Giant only really amounts to so much. So, guys, we're going back into another pause. This one might be a little bit longer. So, again, we're going to have to cut to a quick waiting screen. Sorry about the delay. We're going to be back in with our round of 8 in just a minute. Please stick around. All right, guys, we are back with what should be the conclusion here of Snipe versus Critasaurus.
So, these 2 teams have been going backwards and forwards. Fire Giant just gone over to Snipe as we rejoin this game. Rest of the tournament's looking good. 5 Angry Men beat out Cognitive Red in the quarterfinals, DM, so they're going to be facing off against Team Dignitas in the semis, and the winner of this game will go on to face Cognitive Gaming. So it's all shaping up to be, once again, another North American Fun Fest.
That's right. Cognitive has found their way into the semifinals already. You're going to see that reflected in the brackets as they have gone through the name changers who beat Torch. 5 Angry Men have actually defeated Cognitive Red as they go on to fight Team Dignitas, which I'm sure we'll check in with. But Snipe still has to get through Critasaurus to finish up the round of 8.
Well, this time round, let's see if Shing decides to tank this tower. He chooses not to. He allows his good buddy Incontinentia to do so. So, Fire Giant and the engage is still going well for them. That tower goes down. Only 1 tower remaining on the map. That's going to force the Medjais out of Incontinentia. So that's not going to be available for him to block the silence when he goes for the blink. Tokady's been on form with them, though. He's been well aware that Incontinentia is going to be looking for the blink Mez combinations and mid-silencing appropriately every time. Look at the Medjai's blessings coming out, though.
They have 3 of them just in the jungle right there. Blink in. He's actually not going to find an opportunity. Where was the Mez?
It Mez, but the blessings all came out because of the 3 being available to them. He forced them all off, but he'll be probably back up before the next engagement. Overall, this is a good call from Critasaurus to pick those up. That is the counter to Combo Corner, and that is a Medjai's blessing.
Yeah, so Incon taking some damage here from the tower. Tower taking some damage here from Snipe as the final tier 2 is going to be picked off right there. Rotating in silence. Stun actually going to miss Tokady. A little bit of a choke there. Blows up the spear ball a little bit too soon as they rotate over. Not really sure why they're focusing on this one instead of the right, but they're trying to group up and maybe force rotations out from Critasaurus. Either way, we're not seeing much come of this Fire Giant so far.
They were looking for minions, DM, to push with. I mean, that's why they've gone mid lane. Now they're going to look left because they've got a minion wave building their right-hand side. The minions were pushed very, very far back. So if they wanted to dive, there's Incontinentia going in again with the Yorn. Medjai's blessing once again, paying dividends for the team.
You know, Medjai's actually has the same cooldown as the final level of Blink. So every time he has that Blink available, those Medjai's are going to be up.
So Incon's going to do the right thing, though. He's going to keep forcing them to make sure the Medjais is down so the rest of his team can deal the damage that they're going to want to do. Incon's going in and again uses the throwback. There's the Mez. Tokady in trouble. Border damage onto from Jeremy coming out. Tokady has to use the Aegis. He's going down.
Yeah, there's no way Oh my god. Nope.
Gosh.
It looks like Kiki's going to be able to find it with help from the volley up into the air. Fiddy comes finally down. He's going to have some trouble here as Fusion finally activates his ultimate. Strange, I really would have expected that Storm Call to come out sooner, but basically a free kill here. The only issue is that Shing is extremely low health as they move forward. Phoenix getting below half as Allies putting some serious work into Chuck.
He really is. And there's Kiki going in with the recall demons. It's Pop forcing them all back. That's going to be a Phoenix. Snipe now in control. Quick rotation to left-hand side. Are they biting off more than they can chew? Well, there's only 3 members left to defend. DM, can they hold?
Nanton, Chris Pocket, and Fiddy gonna try to hold this off, but the Phoenix is already under half. They're rotating in. Incon has potential here, but the beautiful shield coming out. Unfortunately, they will lose their 2nd Phoenix of the game.
Yep, 2 Phoenixes down, and we all know when it gets 3 down, it's very, very, very unlikely for a comeback from any team. Gold Fury's up, though, so they're going to quickly rotate over and pick that one up as Snipe, just to extend the gold lead once again a little bit further. However, full builds are starting to be achieved now, DM.
They did not go for the Gold Fury. Granted, at this point in the game, it's not really worth enough to warrant risking anything, and with Fire Giant respawning inside of a minute, I would expect that they're definitely going to turn their sights over to the right side.
Yeah, Fire Giant, no wall coverage from either team, so expect to see them thrown down soon. And this is going to be the only opportunity now for Critasaurus to get themselves back into this one, is securing this Fire Giant and making a play back. Can they get hold of it though? Well, at the moment, no one's covered it with wards, and Snipe are going to be the first ones there, DM.
They'll have a few seconds. Fire Giant's timer begins to blink as Incon rotates in and drops down a sentry ward. You see 2 more sentries in the inventory of Snipe on Xing and Kiki. 3 sentries total. Oh, they're going to start it. They just started it.
Nonsense on the left side of the map. He's going to be a 4v5. Well, Weaver's going to be available. Chris Pocket goes in, looking for an opportunity.
No.
Very, very early, though. The damage from Jerby coming out and raining fire as the damage from the Fire Giant continues to rain. Fusion's in there. The Fire Giant is contested by both teams. He's going to get it. Snipe take the Fire Giant. Xing takes out Fusion, and Kiki is still continuing.
I think this one's going to be it, guys. Chris Pocket's alive. Nantan has too much work to do as he gets into the back line. Taking 2 stuns right there, backflipping over, but there's nowhere to go. Even with that unravel, Nantan's going to go down, and poor little lonely Geb is not going to be able to hold off the final 5 members of Snipe. Even the 4 members who are rushing down, they don't even need Xing at this point with 2 Phoenixes down, 2 lanes of fire minions burning down. I think this one's going to go to Snipe.
Oh, Chris Pocket is going to have to stand firm against the whole team. Fire minions raining down. Fire Giant buff online. This one's going to go to Snipe Gaming. They're going to move on to face Cognitive Gaming in this next round, DM. And we're into the semi-finals once again.
You know, this has happened before. We saw Snipe in previous weeks beat Cognitive Gaming. So when they go up into semifinals, they have a matchup they know they're comfortable with.
Right.
We're going to be checking in probably with the top side here with Team Dignitas and 5 Angry Men. But before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about the damage. Agni right there, 2,400. Kiki, 21,000. I'm sorry, 24,000. Xing, 21,000. And then Allied, a name that we were not talking about.
We were
41K.
41,000. So we're going to be showing a replay on the screen right now. Now, because we don't have a bot or a bot or a dry bear with us today, we have not been told what replay this was. It's probably the fight of the Fire Giant, though. So let's hope it is, as we can see the damage raining down as both teams contested that one, DM. But you can see that Xing made big plays in that, DM.
Xing is unbelievable. I mean, I think every major team fight that was turned out was a result of just Xing going nuts. I mean, they weren't controlling him. They were just allowing Xing to do what he does best, and that's run in, do enough damage to kill 2 people, and then die. Because he's like, oh, all my cooldowns are gone. See ya.
I mean, Snipe showed their experience in that game. They fell behind to Critasaurus and then just slapped themselves back into form again and went, okay, come on, let's focus up now. Let's get ourselves back into this one. And so Allied and the rest of Snipe coming online, showing themselves big. Big thing to talk about, DM, 5 Angry Men beating out Cognitive Red.
That's right. Cognitive Red, or formerly the Game Changers, have fallen to 5 Angry Men. And 5 Angry Men, for the second time, are going to be moving into the semifinals, where they're going to be facing off against top-seeded Team Dignitas, which is not a very simple matchup. We're going to be checking in with that game in a few minutes, guys. We're going to get everything set up, and we will be right back with the round of 4. Stick around.